Yeah, guys, want to do a quick update real quick. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on here, but I'm trying to keep up with the consistency, man. Been definitely going through a lot of spiritual warfare, and we're gonna get into that. But everybody that's watching on replay, make sure you hit that like button, share, show some support. Um, Loyal Link will most likely be back on live on my original platform, which is on TikTok. You can look that up. The username is legend underscore of underscore loyal link. And it's spelled just like my YouTube user handle is, right? Um, but yeah, guys, I don't know what it is, man. I just like every day, man, I wake up and I feel drained, man. I don't know what's going on. It's like, I know what's going on, man. I know what I'm going through, but it's just, it's frustrating, man. Especially when, you know, I know I'm not the only one that's going through it. So I know I'm not the only one that's being targeted by secret societies, cults, being attacked with witchcraft, technology, all this crazy shit that's going on, and all this stuff we're finding out about, man. We found out a lot about, the technology in the, I think it was a big win in the Epstein files when they referenced targeted individuals, right? Epstein was specifically talking about targeting and the technology and messing with people's minds and perception and attacking them with harmful frequencies and shit. So, guys, like, we got to be really careful out here, man. But the only way to really survive this shit is the Most High God. But then even that I get tired with that, guys, sometimes. And I'm just being honest here. Like, I get tired of praying. Like, I don't want to have to pray every 5 minutes all day. I don't think we should have to do that, man. But when you're highly anointed and when you have a lot of gifts, right? So when you have a lot of gifts and when you're highly anointed and when you have a good heart posture, you still come on here? I haven't been on here for a while, bro. But yeah, I'm coming on here right now. Yeah, man, that's what I'm basically saying, man. We shouldn't have to do that, bro. So me personally, I get frustrated, man, when, because if you're going through if you're being targeted, right? If you're a TI, that's what, I feel like that's the only thing that helps, right? And then that sometimes doesn't even work. Like, if you're getting hit with fucking, directed energy weapons and all this crazy shit that's going on out here, bro, like, what are you gonna do for that? Like, obviously, I know no weapon formed against you will prosper, right? No weapon formed against you will prosper. It's never going to completely overtake you. But then again, you're going to get fucking tired. You're going to get annoyed. You're going to be frustrated when you have the powers that be, right? The kingdom of darkness that's attacking you every second of the day. And I'm not even over exaggerating. These motherfuckers that are deep into evil, that are deep into the dark arts and practicing witchcraft and animal sacrifices and all this shit. And believe me, it's a lot more common than you think. They just put this shit in front of your face, right? It could be your neighbor doing this shit. It could be your family member doing this shit. And I'm not trying to fearmonger you. I'm just giving you the truth of what's going on about here, what's really going on out here, right? And when you wake up to it, and then you start to call it out, it turns up, it amplifies, right? I think it's something about coming up, like, when you first spiritually awaken and you become aware of the truth. I think it has there's like an amplification in it, if that makes any sense. Like, it gets amplified. And that has to do a lot with auto suggestion. If you guys know how the brain works, it has to do with belief, right? So if you have faith, it makes it even worse. So if you believe, and it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard when you're getting attacked with a energy weapon or a harmful frequency, and you can feel it, right? Like, you can feel it in your body, like with Havana syndrome and all that other stuff. If you've, dove deep down the rabbit hole, what's out here. You've heard many people talk about it in the government, right? Many whistleblowers in the Epstein files, it was mentioned several times. So this shit is 100% out here, right? And it's being used illegally and in a corrupt way. And it's being given to criminals, So it's being given to very narcissistic, psychopathic people that are going around using this technology on random civilians. So maybe the government isn't specifically doing it, but then maybe they are. Maybe it's a corrupt government official, you know? Every person in the government, every person in the military isn't a good person. But it's just like when you have a genuine heart posture and you just expect human decency from people, right? Especially if you're not bothering anybody, especially if you're not hurting anybody. And then again, it's not justified then. But I mean, I would say there'd be a little bit more justification if someone was going around attacking people and they were like considered really a threat, right? Yeah, that's another story, but I would say even that's not okay, because that's what the law is for. That's what the system has been put in place for. If someone's breaking the law, they need to be reported, and then they get arrested and they go to jail, and they and then that system's even corrupted. Honestly, because you're truly not getting a fair shot in trial, unless you're welly connected, right? Unless you're connected to a secret society, a fraternity, you have family members that are in law enforcement, or if you have money. If you have money, you're good. That's fine. They'll maybe get you for a couple hundred grand, and then yeah, you'll beat your case. But if not, if you come from poverty like myself, if you were born into poverty, right, with no family members, if anything, you just have greedy family members that constantly take from you and then add to your trauma or the cause of your trauma, it's very hard to get out. But people expect that of you. They expect you to just go with it. Don't speak up about the abuse. Don't talk about that, what's really going on out here. Because a lot of people want to remain trapped inside a bubble. You ever try to tell someone the truth before and they start attacking you? They start getting really defensive? Yeah, because you're shattering their reality, their illusion. That's why a lot of people are willing to fight tooth and nail to stay comfortable, to conform. And they say, you need to conform or you're a threat, you're a target. And best believe they know. They know who can really see. And when I say see, I mean see. Not just watching the news, not listening to brainwash, indoctrination garbage. No, I mean when you can see spiritually. You don't think the powers that be know that? Of course they know that. And that's exactly why a lot of us are targeted. My family might be drug addicts. Yeah, my family's drug addicts too. That's the least of our concerns. I think the least of our concerns in the whole entire world are of people doing drugs. There's people literally eating babies and fucking secret societies and occultists that are literally sacrificing animals and putting curses on you and doing crazy shit, like trying to do witchcraft on children inside churches. And that shit's happening everywhere. So shit, I'm all about free will. You want to go be a dumbass? That's fine. As long as it's not affecting anybody else, hey, listen, I'll support you. I even tell people that. They say, I'm doing drugs. Oh, that's fine. You want to go do drugs? Go do drugs. Just don't let it affect anybody else around you. The second your issues or your problem starts to take other people's free will away, Look at that. See? People almost fucking got in a car accident. This is exactly the shit I mean, man. People are always concerned about the wrong shit. They're worried about the wrong shit. You know? And you know how many car accidents I see happen in front of me because of my targeting? Because of the people that are targeting. Now, I can't say if that right there was because I'm being targeted, but I'm kind of skeptical because it happens all the time. People are so busy trying to look out for me, right? Let's say if you're being targeted by Freemasons, secret societies, they hire people. They hire people around the community to keep an eye on you. Yeah, to babysit you. That's what they call it. Oh, we just got to keep an eye on this guy, Lenny. Oh, we just got to watch what he's doing. No, man. That's harassment. That's felony stalking. It's illegal. I don't even give a shit. A cop can't even do that. Oh, well, a cop told me I could. Listen, if a cop walks up to you and tells you to go murder somebody, you gonna do it? Oh, yeah, if a cop's, you're a moron. Be vegetarian. God will love you. The Most High God already loves me now. And I don't care, honestly. I appreciate the suggestion. But nobody has to believe me. I'm a chosen one. And this shit isn't fun. I don't want it. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up my destiny. Not gonna do that. Because that just makes me a fucking big red target for the enemy that already wants to destroy me. Right? So I'm not gonna give up my anointing, because that's gonna basically take away all my protection and basically, you know, then the kingdom of darkness can just have their way with me. But the Most High God, I don't know why. I don't know why he chose me. I'm not anything special, right? A lot of other people may think I am. Because of my story, because of everything I've been through. I've been through things the average person has not gone through. And it's given me wisdom. It's given me a voice. Am I a Christian? I believe Christ died on the cross and resurrected 3 days later. And I believe in the Most High God. So I believe in the same God that Christians believe in. But I don't believe in religion. I don't like control. I don't like narcissists that use Christianity to abuse victims, and then they tell you Bible verses. So they abuse you, they stalk you, they do a bunch of weird shit to you, they do witchcraft on you, and then they give you a Bible verse to justify. I don't like that. That's awesome, Lane. I don't know, man. It looks awesome, but you gotta look at my life, man. A lot of people, you know, and it doesn't bother me, man, because I know most people are stuck in the system, in the matrix. They're stuck in a system that's draining them, that's controlling them, that's brainwashing them, and they're being utilized by demonic entities and dark forces to attack me, to target me. And that's all of us. All of us that carry a truth that is powerful enough to wake up the masses, or if you can use your voice to impact others in a positive way and make them literally come to Christ, you know how gifted you are? You know how gifted you are by you making one video can save hundreds of people? Or at least wake them up, get them to think. And yeah, you might get attacked by some of them, but that's what comes with it. Eventually down the line, they're going to hit you up, maybe years, maybe weeks. And they're going to say, thank you. What you were saying was the truth. I just wasn't ready to hear it yet. You know how many people I have from my past that have done that? Friends I used to hang out with that I had to cut off because they weren't ready to, they just called me crazy. When I try to tell them like the stuff I talk about on here, and I try to tell them what's really going on out here, just like the same thing when I told them about the jab. Nobody wanted to hear that, but I told everybody exactly what's coming out now about it. I told everybody. And the Most High God revealed that to me. He put it in my spirit. I could feel it in my spirit. And you know what the crazy part about that? I wasn't even doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was deep in sin. And he still had enough love and compassion for me to let me know, my son, my child, do not go and get that. Do not do that. You know? And then I tried to warn, even though like I was, you know, like John, like a twisted, dirty, filthy version of John the Baptist, screaming in the wilderness, running around, eating honey and locusts and shit, looking like a madman, right? I was telling people the truth. So if they didn't judge me on my appearance and judge me on my past and judge me on my tattoos and everything, and they actually heard the truth coming out of my mouth, if they heard what I was saying, they would have listened. But most people aren't willing to do that. They're too busy judging you on your appearance. They're too busy judging you from what they heard about you. And the Most High tells us to be very careful about that. Be very careful about what you hear about others. That's witchcraft. Gossip, slander. And the Most High God has a very funny way of putting you through the same thing that you put others through. I've watched it happen many times. Christ is Savior, but Christianity. Listen, you don't have to go to church. You can, but you are the church. Your body is the church. Christ, when he was here, he was against the church. He called the Pharisees and everybody, and he called them hypocrites. He called them filthy. Right? So you should be speaking the truth and speaking your truth, but just know what comes with it. The same thing that happens to Christ, you're going to get attacked. You're going to get slandered. You're going to get ostracized. People are going to fight you at every corner. Jeez. They can also affect how you feel. Yup, I know exactly, bro. I know what's going on, man. Trust me. And that's when I get frustrated with the Most High God. Because why is he allowing this to happen? That's what I'm thinking. Why is he allowing us to be attacked and, hit with harmful frequencies and all this crazy shit? Like, maybe because he thinks we can handle it, right? God never gives you anything like you can't handle. I mean, I've already been through the most traumatic things, you probably could imagine. But you would think, like, after going through all that, like, how did the story of Job end? The story of Job ended, he got everything back and some. He got tenfold. Attacked and slandered and betrayed and through pain and suffering your whole entire life. You never had any family. You never had any true friends. And if you did, they got poisoned and turned against you. You watched them get corrupted. And the Most High God, that's all by design. That's to get people away from you that can't come with you. And sometimes you're going to have nobody, like where I'm at right now. Nobody that's truly rooting for you. Nobody that's truly in your corner. Maybe a lot of you guys I meet on here. A lot of strangers. You guys are probably the most genuine interactions I have with anybody. Everybody else is just, and it gets so draining. It gets so tiring going through fake interaction, people saying what they don't mean, people having hidden intentions, hidden motives, planning to fuck me over the first time it's convenient. Talking behind my back, but smiling in my face. Guys, it gets draining. And I have to try so hard not to lock myself in my room and just give up on humanity. Because I know these people aren't to blame. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. But then again, it's not an excuse. I don't allow my, problems and my issues or whenever I'm struggling, I don't allow that. I don't be like, hey, listen, I got a problem. I'm going through it today. Now I'm going to go attack somebody. I'm going to go take it out on them. No, man. You'll hear me crack a couple jokes, laugh a little bit, make a joke about the whole situation, and that's it. And then pray to the Most High. And then sometimes you'll see my human side when I'm overly tired and I've been going through so dramatic warfare and being attacked by energy weapons and all this shit. And then you'll see me be a human being. And then they'll point the finger and they'll say, see, I told you he was bad. That's called reactional abuse. Yup. We all have desires to do evil. What matters is, because we fight with our flesh, right? Our flesh craves evil. It does. It craves lust, greed. But you got to be strong enough to hold that shit back. You got to be like, no, this is wrong, right? Now, the only thing I could say I've ever did is if I'm truly going to make a bad decision, it's only going to hurt me. It's going to destroy me. It's going to wear and tear on my soul. It's not going to affect anybody else. And even if it did, back in the day, I don't know if you guys have heard my testimony before, but, I'm a former gang member. Like, I was in and out of jail and shit, and I really lived that life. But even in those worst sinful times of my life, If I was gonna do something, I would do it to a bad person or someone that was selling or someone that was hurting people or someone I could see was evil or had evil intentions. I know, you know what? Some people say, oh, it's still, listen, I'm proud of that. Of course I am. I'm very proud of that. Because there's some people that have absolutely no reason and they still wake up and they say, I'm going to go for no reason. I don't even need to. I'm going to go hurt this person. I'm going to go take from this person. They're looking at their bank account. They got money in there. They're looking at their rent. The rent's paid. They got no reason. They got family. But they're just like, you know what? I'm just going to go hurt this person, take from this person, put this person down. That's evil. That's evil. Appreciate that, bro. Yep. Yeah, guys. And I'm only on YouTube right now because these little secret societies were so upset, so pissed, so enraged. Like when I say I'm an empath, I'm an empath. I can feel these motherfuckers seething through fake accounts. So when they come in their little fake accounts with their little code names and fraudulent, activities, they come in my lives to report my lives and shit and try to get me out of character and try to trigger me and try to upset me and try to get me to say shit so they can report me. You know how pathetic that is? Going on someone's live just to try to upset them, just to try to say anything to them to put them down and get them to say something so you can turn around and report them. Why would you feel the need to do that? Unless you're a hater, unless you're jealous, unless you're pressed, right? Unless you're getting paid. It's another one, right? Got to be a dark empath? Absolutely. That's what happens. When you start off as an empath, you're a people pleaser. So I was a people pleaser when I first started out. I was kind to everybody, and I'm still kind right now, but I'm more selective. I decide and I pray to the Most High and I ask him to reveal to me who I should show this love to, show this kindness to. But when it comes to someone I know is around me that's evil and shit, I'm not going to put them down, but I'm not going to give them my open heart so they could crush it, And I spent years of my life trying to be a peacemaker, trying to solve everybody's problems but myself. And finally, when the dark empath got activated, I stopped that. I started to be more selective. No, I'm not avoiding TikTok. My fault. I kind of trailed off a little bit on that. My live access is going to be restored today. So I think around right now. So whenever I'm done with this live, I don't know if I'm going to chill a little bit and then come back on later on tonight. But best believe I'm going to come back on, right? Because something I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom. If the devil's attacking it, if you're doing something and you're being met with resistance and you can see a coordinated attack on that thing that you're doing, even if it's making videos, even if it's exposing something, if you see secret societies and cults and witches trying to silence that, that's exactly what you need to be doing. They're giving you confirmation. They're telling you what they're intimidated of. They're telling you what they fear, and it's your voice. You just got to know how to read in between the lines, and if you don't, it's okay. You can ask the Most High. Or you could find people like me, and I could try to give you my best, analysis or advice. But then again, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. I know, trust me, I'm a lot to take for a lot of people. I have a very, very large, intimidating aura. But if you come up to me and you respect me and you're genuine, you'll see the most loving, genuine person you've ever talked to. That's how the Most High God hides some of us in plain sight. You know what angels do, right? Angels look like demons. The seraphim and all the angels, they look intimidating. They look scary to ward off demons, to scare demons, right? So some of us are real life earth angels, chosen ones, whatever you want to call it, star seeds, same thing. And we are not what meets the eye. I'll say that. But that's good. That's by design. That's so the wrong people don't find us and the right people with the right heart posture find us. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Listen, this shit is a global thing. This shit isn't just in America. Organized harassment is a big lucrative business. Not just used by regular civilians and business owners. It's also utilized by corporations. If you want what I'm referencing, go look into the eBay case. Go look into the eBay lawsuit, where eBay was paying actual people to stalk and harass whistleblowers. That's all the proof you need. So if eBay's doing it, best believe all the other corporations are doing it too. It's a revenge for hire business. But it's not just that. It's utilized against anybody with a voice, anybody with spiritual gifts, right? And these people are the same people that are the traffickers. As soon as I started making that connection on my last TikTok account, the one I had 6,000 followers on, they banned me. I started making the connections and I started going into depth. I must have had like 70 people in my live chat. They said, yo, shut them down. Because I started making the connection and the similarities between gang stalkers and traffickers. They're exactly the same. They operate the same. They're predators. They're PDFs. They move just exactly like them. And they operate in mobs and in groups so they can protect each other. So if a cop's coming, they tip each other off. They send a text or a call. They say, hey, listen, I'll get out of there. They're all cowards and scam artists? Absolutely. Why do you think they try to paint us as who they are? That's all it is. It's an illusion. Their power mainly is illusions. And if you can't be affected by illusions, you're a threat. And that's apparently what the Kabbalah believes. I was doing some research on the occult, right? I was using ChatGPT. And apparently, because of my birth chart, because of my life path number, and everything about my birthday, the occult believes I'm opposition to chaotic forces. And not just that, but I have the ability to cut through illusions. So manipulation, illusions don't work on me. They also believe I'm a warrior mystic, whatever that is. That's crazy, bro. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, man. It's just like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day and be drained. That's, and listen, we're not the only ones. I see a lot of civilians going through the same shit. Yo, I see the people involved in these secret societies, they be getting hit too. They don't even know though. Or maybe they do know, I don't know. But their own people be hitting them. Word. You join a secret society, they'll start doing witchcraft on you. They'll start doing black magic on you. And then they'll tell someone, they'll be like, no, Lenny did it. Word. Manipulate you. And then they're going to get you mad at me. And then you're going to be mad at me. Whole time I'm just out here minding my business. Walking around town, going live. Staying out the way. And now you think you're so mad at me because you were manipulated to think that I know who you are. Word. I guarantee I don't. I'm one of those people, you really have to have, just the way my mind works, you really have to have a good first impression on me, or, you know, I'm gonna forget. Like if I have a deep conversation with you, and we have a conversation about, you know, anything about spirituality, the Most High God, just that, or if I perceive you as a threat. So if I perceive you as a threat, which I do, that's the first thing I do anywhere I go. I do a threat analysis. That's just how I was taught. I do it subconsciously without even realizing it. A lot of us do it. That's what happens when you grow up, when you come from childhood trauma and you grew up in a traumatic home, right? Like my mother's house was a trap house. So she always had drug dealers over there. She always had murderers over there. She always had like the worst kinds of people over there all the time. So I got to see up close what a threat looks like, how to analyze a threat, how to know when someone's about to pick up a bottle and go off, right? And I got really good at it through pattern recognition. Right. There's people that are being possessed by demons, and then there's people that have given in to the temptations of their flesh, and they're not even fighting it. So they just give in to their flesh every day. I heard about your story. I'm hoping you heard about it from social media and not somebody else. You know, but I wouldn't be surprised if you heard it from somebody else. I'm used to people talking about me. It's like all they can do nowadays. Okay, cheers, bro. That's good. And I got so much more to tell you guys. I got so much more testimony. It's just, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel. So everybody that's going to watch this on replay, and support it, just know if I'm not on here, I'm going to be on TikTok. So if you don't see me live on here, like if you're like, okay, Lenny hasn't been live for a couple days, he must be on his main platform. He must be on TikTok. I didn't give up. I didn't stop making content, guys. I mainly make videos every single day on my TikTok. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. Yep. My brother, I got 3 brothers. So I got a very, very young Puerto Rican brother, right? He's half. He's Italian and Puerto Rican. He got adopted. And then I got another younger brother. He's in Massachusetts, but he's kind of going through it right now too. And then I got an older brother, which we both have the same parents. So we have the same mother, same father, and we're very alike. And he's very intelligent too. Very intelligent. We're like a deadly combination, man. Like everybody we grew up with, like, you know, whenever they find out me and my brother were cool again, bro, we strike fear in bad men's heart. We strike fear. God, I fumbled that, man. Folded. Fuck. I thought I was about to have aura, but I lost it. The aura left the building. We strike fear in bad men's hearts. That should be on a t-shirt. Striking fear in bad men's hearts. Man's. Which one, guy? Yeah, that's fire, right? See, I just be coming up with shit. I'm like a money pot for ideas. I swear, man. And a lot of content creators be stealing my ideas. They be watching my videos on the DL, and then I'll like see something I said in a live, and then I'll look, and they made a whole video about it. It's wild. Yeah, I've been called that before, Jason. Only because I predicted things, right? I predicted my grandfather's death a day before it happened. I had a dream. I had a vision in a dream. I told my foster family. They didn't believe me. I said my puppy's gonna die. I said I gotta call him. I said, yo, I'm trying to call him. They didn't let me call him, and then he died the next day. That scared the shit out of them. They kicked me out of the foster home for that. Imagine how freaked out they were. They must have been freaked out, right? And that's not the only thing I've done. I've had dreams and visions about certain people that had, you know, were gonna do something, set me up, try to unalive me. So just the Most High God reveals a lot to me. Sometimes I get revealed something and I just don't know what I'm doing, but I just go with the flow. Like I operate on that frequency that can look very crazy, you know, if you're normal, if you're on a normal frequency, if you're one of the normies, it's going to look, you know, all over the place. But really, I'm being guided by the Most High or angels. So yeah, and then I have two sisters too. I have two younger sisters who I don't talk to, and I don't even know what they look like. I have a really big family. And then my uncle and my aunt. Yeah, losing aura by the second, bro. My uncle and my aunt are definitely a part of the occult. 100%. Like, I watched them. Like, I watched the change. I watched them start getting initiated and do crazy shit. Like, they were literally doing meth, bro, and learning how to hack and doing crazy shit. Like, they were sitting there, like, my aunt was sitting there, like, learning how to fucking hack while doing meth. This shit was the craziest thing I ever seen. Not ever seen, but you know what I mean. And then that's how they got involved. They got recruited into the same occult that does the stalking, does the gang stalking, does the shit. They started taking part in my targeting. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Let me be very clear. If you're a TI, you're being targeted by the occult. That's what I've figured out. It's the Kabbalah. And they have ties all the way up into Hollywood. These people have their hands in everything. Evil. They corrupt. They're always on this app and every single social media app spreading misinformation, right? And then they'll flag you for misinformation when you start speaking the truth. It's wild, man. Yo, they pretend to be TIs, so I see a lot of them, and it's so obvious to me, I discern them right away, or I can tell by their wording and shit. They like to use, like, cult terminology, right? And what is cult terminology? Well, if you're in a group, right? You're in a cult, and you have certain words like, I'm going to just say some dumb shit. Walls or ground, and you have these code words, and you say ground means this, and walls means that, and you start saying that, that's cultic terminology. That's very cult-like. And that's what these people do. And I figured out a lot of their code words, right? Through my pattern recognition. Through seeing all of the same terms all over social media. I'm able to clock it. Because let's say if I know you're an occultist, and you start repeating that same word that just popped out of nowhere, and I pick that up, now I know, okay, this is a new word in the occult. They don't like me because of that either, because I come on here and I make videos about it. They don't like me, bro. They're like, yo, someone needs to tell Lenny to shut up. Stop exposing us. How did he, yo, you know what they asked? They're like, how did he figure that out? You know, because they're trying to tell everyone I'm a dumbass. Yo, imagine that. Imagine trying to tell everyone I'm a fucking, you know, a Riri dude. And then I'm over here just outsmarting you and shit. Imagine that. You telling everyone, yo, this man is just a straight Riri dude. And then he's just over there cracking the codes and shit, figuring shit out, exposing you, making you look stupid. I'd be mad too. It's a contradiction. Repetitions? Yeah, pattern recognition. That's how I figure out a lot of shit. And best believe these people are fucking, their egos are the size of the, you know, fucking skyscraper. So they think you, they think me, they think we're so dumb that we're not going to know what they're doing or what they're saying. They think that, yo, you can't figure it out. Until someone with pure pattern recognition skills comes around and figures it out and then makes a video about it. Then they get mad. They get mad. They out themselves. They really do. They just think they're so powerful and they're so corrupt and they're so, like, unstoppable. And that's going to be their undoing. That's going to be their downfall. We're going to speak that into existence right now in every video. We're going to ask the Most High God to reveal these people, to continue to expose them. You know, just, you know, give me a break though sometimes. Don't use me all the time. That's what I try to tell them. You don't have to use me all the time to expose these cults and secret societies, man. Call someone else in. Call this guy, Jason, in. You can sub in for me, bro. Shit. Yeah, they alternate. Yo, these motherfuckers are getting paid. Yo, a lot of these motherfuckers are on, oh, I'm just gonna be real, they're on drugs. And it's obvious. Like, I show up at the Kava bar, and then, like, the same people show up every time I show up. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you dumb? Like, are you that blasted and high out of fucking methamphetamines and coke that you don't think I clock you? But you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna allow you to get paid today. Call me Mr. CEO, because if I want to go home, you're not getting paid. Just know that. Just know that. These people aren't getting paid. If you stay in your house for 1 month, they're not getting paid. They don't have a job anymore. But the second you come out and you want to walk around and stroll around, they get happy. Because then they get to stalk you and harass you, and then basically they get paid. You're their job. You're the valuable, you're the asset. These people are getting paid off of our existence. And it's so obvious. It's fucking obvious. And they look strung out. They look like they've been on a bender for fucking 3 weeks. And I'm not judging, but it's like, damn, you're going to allow your drug habit to fucking make you commit crimes and stalk people and do a bunch of weird shit. Every time I show up at the Kava bar, you just happen to show up. Like, it's not even slick. It's just so obvious. Like, you know what I should do? I should make a video. And before I walk into a place, I'm going to say, this person's going to show up, this person's going to show up, and that person's going to show up. And then when I walk in there, I'll videotape it, and then all those people will show up. What are they going to say then? Oh, you're paranoid. You're crazy. They just wanted to go to the same place. Oh, what? So I just psychically knew? That, you know, they'd rather that. They'd rather tell you you're psychic than those people are getting paid gift cards and, you know, getting their drug habits supported to stalk you and go sit at the same locations you're at. They look like they're on Ozempic and fucking crack. And they're getting paid. Like, that's why I say, like, bro, I'm the CEO. I make jokes. I said, bro, if I want to go home, you're not getting paid today. So you better watch how you act. What's up, Ashley? Like, yo, if they be rude to you guys, be like, okay, you want to be rude to me? Guess what? You're not getting paid for 2 weeks. I decide. See what they say. They'll get mad. What do you mean I'm not getting paid for 2 weeks? Bro, I'm going to lock myself in my room for 2 weeks. You're not getting paid. Fuck you. Until you give me an apology. Then they'll be really nice to you. They'll say, Lenny, what happened? We missed you. So, no, bro. The CEO had to make some CEO decisions. Nah, I'm fucking with you guys. But, yo, that's how you should be, though. That's how you should be. If you're a TI, I'm telling all my TIs and everyone that's going to watch on replay, act like that. Act like thousands of people are getting paid off your existence, because they are. Without your existence, these people would be broke and homeless. That's why I make a joke. I say, trust me, bud, you're not that farther along than I am, you know? They like to act like they're doing so much better than you. They like to act like I'm like, bro, listen, you only got that because you're getting paid off of my existence. If I didn't exist, if I wasn't here, you wouldn't have a job. You'd be broke. Yo, these motherfuckers get cars, they get benefits, they get everything off of you. You're the motherfucking CEO, bro. You could be like, yo, you're not getting paid for a month. You get to decide that. And how will you decide that? Well, you sit in your house for a month. And they'll be mad. You can play these people too. So who's really in control, if you think about it? Who really runs shit? If you walk down the street and take a left, they got to take a left. If you're being stalked, if you're going through organized harassment by secret societies, Freemasons, witches, warlocks, the occult, the Kabbalah, everywhere you go, they got to go. It's follow the leader in this bitch. Hold on, guys. I'm missing some of your comments. I had people follow me with the online courses I'm doing. He thinks I don't know. He knows. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. That's a fact, Ashley. Yeah, they like to copy us. Ashley, they like to copy and mimic us. You know what you can do? Come up with a stupid idea, right? Or just, give them one of like your low-level ideas. I'll throw an idea out there and I'll see who you'll watch them take it in real time. One of the things I do when I'm showing love is if I fuck with you and I respect you and I like you, I'll give you an idea. That's just my way of showing love. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're working on a project. You're writing a song. I'll give you a fire idea just because that's me showing love. I'll be like, yo, you should do this, bro. You should do that. And a lot of people will take it and they won't even like shout me out or nothing. It's wild. But then again, that's a test too. I do this with professionals in my life to see if I can trust them. Yup. You know what you can also do? You can let them borrow a little bit of money. Hey, you need to borrow like 20 bucks, man? Yep. I like to give people information that I'm comfortable with sharing, but I like to make it think, to them it seems like critical tea, right? Seems like critical information. I want to see what they're going to do with it now. And now if I hear them talking about me behind my back and them using it against me, I'll know they're up. Their lives would fall apart. Their victims would be free. Yo, listen, if you can copy someone for only so long until people realize you're a fraud. And that's what these people realize real fast. Yo, you'd be surprised of how many celebrities and how many big content creators with millions of followers go to content creators like me, like you, with a couple thousand followers and steal their ideas or steal their personality. Because guess what? They got the best plausible deniability ever. Second you come on their post and you say, hey, that's my idea, everyone's going to laugh at you. They're going to be like, why would I steal your idea? I got millions of followers. And that's exactly why they do it. That's like the biggest plausible deniability ever. Why would I steal your idea? Oh, I don't know. Why would you? Because you thought it was good, apparently. Yep. Guys, just use your discernment. And, don't allow anybody... Listen, if someone comes around, or if they're in your life, if they're your friend and they're a family member, and they're trying to make you they're trying to make you question your own experiences, be very careful, because that's an enemy. If they're not listening to you, like, they should be trying to keep an open mind, and they should be trying to agree with you. Like, even if you said some straight outlandish shit, I would be trying to, find something in what you said that made sense because I'm your friend. I like you. I respect you. I'm trying to see what you're saying. I'm trying to meet you where you're at. Someone that just hears what you said is like, oh, you're crazy. Oh, no, that doesn't happen. Yeah, bro, that's not a friend. That's an enemy. All the time. And then, same with mine. My exes would use my love. Like when I'm in love with somebody, they would use that same love to gaslight me and basically make me give up on the truth. But the second I didn't have feelings for them anymore, second they lost that, they got confused. They didn't get it. They're like, why am I not able to convince you anymore? Why am I not able to manipulate? I'm like, listen, because you lost your only power over me. You lost your only foothold, which are my feelings. So yeah, guys. Big CEO in this bitch. You heard? It's like, yo, y'all ain't getting paid today, bro. Get paid when I want you to get paid. Start telling your gang stalkers that, bro. If you keep it up. You're not going to get paid for 2 weeks if you keep it up. I'm going to stay in my house for 2 weeks, and you're not going to get paid for 2 weeks. I'm cutting your water off. I'm taking the gas money out of your tank. Then if you want to be a dickhead, you can walk around circles for all day. If you want to be a dickhead, you know, make them waste all their gas. I have to be on guard with everyone. You really do. There is no such thing as an innocent bystander. I don't think anybody's innocent. And if they are, they should be protected. If I see an innocent person or an innocent child, I will die behind protecting them. Because it's so rare. It's such a commodity that I don't know. If I see a girl, an innocent boy, I don't care if they're innocent in any way, they have to be protected. Because I'm able to see the wolves in sheep's clothing very, very well. And that's when you'll see me turn into a true dark empath. Yup, it's very obvious. It's very obvious. It's like, but then like, you can't tell anyone else about it because they're just gonna gaslight you. It's like they say, oh, you're not being followed. It's like, how do you know that? Unless you're following me around all day. Oh, you're assuming. You're just talking shit. I get it, right? You know when they say like, oh, you're not going through that? I say, well, how would you know that? Oh, I just know you're not. Well, how? Show your proof. They tell us to show our proof. No, we tell them, show your proof. Show me that I'm lying. Show me that I'm not, you can't. The same people that deny it and the same people that try very hard to deny it are the same people, I believe, are the ones doing it. Because why are you trying to convince me, why are they trying so desperately to convince you your experience isn't happening? Especially with all the things going on in the world right now. You think that's crazy? You think stalking's stalking's pretty bad, but it's a lot more common than you think. It's weird. You see how many weirdos are out here? Fucking weirdos everywhere. You might just walk by a person and they might just see you and be like, oh, that person looks good. I'm going to follow them home. The fuck? I'm going to pay money. I'm going to find out who they are. Stay away from nosy people. People that pry. Those are the types that do it. Motherfucker that always has to know about, like, yo, oh, who's that? Who's that person that came here today? Oh, I gotta know about them. Yo, get the fuck away from me. That's a stalker. Those are the motherfuckers that make fake accounts and stalk you after you block them. Because it's like, why do you care so much? That's weird. Oh, and then they justify it. They say, oh, I'm just protecting my family. I'm protecting my community. I said, bro, listen, stalking someone and having to know everything about everybody, that's not protecting shit. That's protecting yourself from taking accountability. You can't prove it either. Exactly. That's what you guys should tell them. When someone comes and tries to deny your experience, you tell them, prove I'm lying. They can't. It's like, yo, you just know it's like they're mad ignorant. It's like, bro, how do you tell someone that what they're going through didn't happen if you don't know them? That's stupid. That's stupid. Like, I don't know you. I've never met you. I have no idea who you are. But, yeah, that never happened. You never went through that. What? Like, you would think they're rage baiting you. But then they be dead ass. They be dead serious. Nothing worse than 50 or 70-year-olds always snooping on you. Yeah. Most of the time it be those ones. Fucking crazy. Want to know why? Because a lot of them, I'm just going to be real, they're very dumb. They're very easily gullible. You see how gullible they are and shit? You can walk up to them and tell them the Wi-Fi is under the floorboard. And they'll believe you. Hey, yeah, if you want to get the Wi-Fi password, it's under the floorboard. Just keep digging. They'll believe you. They'll go, okay, can you help me lift the floorboard up, kind sir? It's like, what the fuck? Why would you believe that? They're just babies, man, in adult bodies. They're just babies in old bodies. That's it. I don't like being around people that never been through shit. Those people scare me because they never had any true life experience, right? They never been through any struggle, never been through any severe trauma, severe pain. I like being around people like that because they're usually open-minded. They're a lot stronger. They're a lot more intelligent. They have a lot more patience, a lot more self-control, right? And you would think, because with everything they taught us, that people with childhood trauma, people that went through a lot, are dangerous. And no, they're not. No, they're not. They're actually more safer to be around. Because they've been through such a level of pain and trauma that they don't want anyone else to go through it. Easily swayed. Yeah, they're easily swayed. And one of the ways I can prove it to you right now is they did a study. I don't know if you guys seen, where there was someone with a fake badge, right? Pretended to be an FBI agent, had a straight fake play badge, and walked up to random old people, and then not even old people too, random people in the supermarket, flashed a fake badge, pointed at a random person shopping, and said, that person is wanted. That person's wanted for murder, wanted for this. Go steal them. Go apprehend them. Go tackle them. And the amount of people that did it was disgusting. It was idiotic. Like, you watch that video and that study that they did, you're going to lose hope for a lot of humanity. Because that's how dumb people are. That's how gullible people are. Walk up to you like, hey, I'm a federal agent. Hey, that person just stole that pocketbook. Can you go steal it back? And then the old lady went over and ripped the pocketbook. So she basically committed a felony and stole that lady's pocketbook just because someone told her to. And then they got lectured at the end of the study. You see the person saying, why would you do that? And then the people look mad embarrassed. They were like, well, I thought you were a federal agent. Well, even if I am a federal agent, you think I can give you permission to break the law? A lot of people were just so helplessly ignorant. I don't know what video it's called, but it's a study where I would just type it on Google. I'll have to find it. I don't know if it was on some sort of TV show, but it's a guy impersonating. I would type in a guy impersonating an agent in a supermarket. You know, it's like some sort of, they did an experiment, a social experiment. I have to find it, but it was amazing. I share it every time I see it on social media. Nah, I haven't seen that. You know what's crazy about jail? It's disgusting how many talented, good people are in there. Like, yes, a lot of them may have made a mistake, but a lot of them are innocent too. A lot of them really didn't do shit. Right? And a lot of them, they're like some of the best people I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that.